for some football season because guess what, y'all? It is here.
Yep.
Kinda.
Yeah. I don't like this lack of enthusiasm.
No, I'm excited.
It's baseball season for me.
Oh, stop.
boy. Here we
Please.
go.
I know it's July, but football season is here. Lions training camp just started.
There's nothing more exciting than when you hit that part of the summer where it's just baseball, but then you get a little taste of football season creeps in, and you say, "Oh, wait," and then you just feel just a little extra juice inside.
I mean,
you know?
I was walking the dog the other day, and it felt like fall. I was like, wait, or is it September? Is it here?
Nothing hits like a fourth stringer who's going to be cut in a couple weeks at practice.
Stop. But I mean, it still the Lions season still has that excitement, at least for me, going into it, because this team, there were a lot of changes in the offseason. They're dealing with injuries. We'll get into that. But still, the building blocks are still in place.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
The main players are still in place off of the field and on the field.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the team more or less looks the same on the field in terms of like the skill players and the skeleton of the team. So yeah, it's an exciting time that it's the first step towards the season.
There's just something beautiful though about training camp, right? It's like you wake up and you just know there's football going on nearby.
Are you ready
even
to
if
write
there are
like
a bunch of
like a book about
rookies
it?
and fourth stringers, like you said, like
Derek is dipping
I
a
don't
toe in the
care,
water. I'm
man.
just cannonballing right in. Right now.
There's
He's describing spring training. That was back in March.
it's spring training for football. It's summer
It is.
training.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But yes, the Lions starting their fall camp, their training camp. I say fall camp, it is July, but still, nonetheless, still the same thing. But I think we have a new motto for what this season in 2025 will be for the Lions, and that is thanks to the one, David Montgomery. Take a listen.
It's cool to be close at first, but you don't want to get comfortable with being close all the time. That's not what you want to be known for, especially when you know you got the guys that you got on this team, and you want to finish it. So that's the year. This is the year for us. The year of the reckoning, and the year that we choose that we need to finish.
Look, this is one of the things I talked about in the meeting the other day, and it's just, I think if we keep that type of mindset, man, we're after it. It's another year, and we're out to finish what we started. We're going to close out some of these debts. That's got to be the attitude. That's the mindset across the board. Every day in practice, no matter who we play, no matter what people think, man, we're going. And I just think it's a mindset. That's all.
We are 2 days into training camp, and those probably are the two best sound bites you will hear out of Allen Park for the next 2, maybe 3 months until we get to the beginning of the season.
When I turned on, something that whatever this morning I heard Dan Campbell say, we're going to close out some debts. Man, I was ready to flip the table over. I was like, let's go, man. I have debts. Like with the other teams, I'm not even involved. Let's close them out.
Man, that closing out debts line was so good.
That's just a classic Dan Campbell thing to say.
Yeah, I'd hate to be a commander on this day. But no, yeah, the year of reckoning, I agree with you. That could end up being sort of like the rallying
That's
cry
the
for the
T-shirt,
team, right?
Yeah. How many T-shirts are we going to see at Ford Field that have "Year of the Reckoning"
So
on
many,
it?
yeah.
That's just Dan Campbell's saying these things in that team meeting.
Oh yeah,
and they're already sticking. They've been together for a day, and David Montgomery is already out there saying the line that he's probably hearing in that team meeting, and Dan's inserting a lot of cursing in between those probably
as we
in
saw
real
on
life,
quarterback,
as we saw on quarterback, but that message is clearly already connecting, and so that's just. Let's go, man. It's time.
I mean, another thing that has been said a lot for both offensive line and defensive line is the word standard. Like, the standard is the standard. Taylor Decker said that earlier today when he was asked about the offensive line. We'll get into that. But David Montgomery calling this the year of the reckoning. That's what they're saying inside. Externally, from a fan's perspective, from someone in Detroit's perspective, do you think that this year, because David Montgomery said it, this year is the year for this team if they are going to do it? I mean, do you carry that same sentiment?
Yeah, I think the more I think about this offseason, the more I feel like this is a year of reckoning, or at least a fork in the road year, because the last couple of years, I think we've sort of looked at the Lions as this team that was entering a long window of contention. But how often do those windows actually stay open in the NFL? Unless you have like a Mahomes or a Josh Allen, like an elite quarterback, those windows don't tend to stay open more than a few years. So if you go through this year and the Lions don't get it done, you start to look at the window as you're probably on the back half. So, yeah, I really do think that this is a super pivotal year for the Lions.
And you use the terminology right there, the window. Terrion Arnold addressed that earlier. I asked him, do you kind of have the same feeling as David Montgomery? He goes, we know that the window is now. We know that is a fact, that if we want to go do something, we have to do it right now. Do you think that there is such a thing as a window, Ken, with this team?
For sure. And, you know, as you look like the last 3 seasons for the Lions, you could look at every season and see what they learned, what they're going to be taking into that next. There's nothing left to learn for the Lions.
No.
They've won playoff games. They've won divisions. They've got the #1 seed. They've set all the franchise records for wins and all. I mean, there's really nothing left to do but win the Super Bowl. So it's right in front of them. They know how to get it done. They know how to win games. They just need to get it done.
And I think that, and last year, this time, I still remember Amon-Ra St. Brown at the podium saying the word Super Bowl. Yep. So many guys were walking up to the microphone and saying, Super Bowl, that's what we want, because they got so close in the NFC Championship game. This year, aside from what David Montgomery said, there was really nothing said about that, because that is the expectation for this team. It is assumed.
You don't even need to say it.
Yeah, we've done it. We've done it all. We just need to get there. That's where they are.
It's as simple as that. It really is. Yeah.
It really is. I mean, so this year, Super Bowl or bust, putting that type of label on it?
I think you have to.
At least getting there, yes. At least getting to the franchise's first ever Super Bowl, yes, because that is sort of the last thing between what they've done and the ultimate goal is getting to the Super Bowl. So, you know, we could have a conversation if they did get to the Super Bowl and lose, whether it was a successful season, but at least then you would, you know, sort of cross another goal line.
I will say with the window, though, you know, I think the Lions are, and just like every other team, but they're building a foundation to keep that window not wide open forever, but at least open. Right?
At least
they
as
want to keep
open
it
as
open.
long as it can be.
Exactly. Sure. I don't think they're looking at it as okay, we've got 2 or 3 years to try and win a Super Bowl, then we're going to restart this thing. No, they want to keep that window open for a very long period of time.
And Brad Holmes said as much earlier this year. There is no window to him. It's all about just reloading and finding the right guys to come in.
Yeah.
They did have to reload in the offseason, though, and now we are finding out why. Yes, replacements needed on the offensive line, but on defensive line, too, with so many injuries already adding up, and we haven't even gotten to the first preseason game. More on that coming up on DSP.